Hello, hello, and welcome back to Happiness by Habit. Today I have a special guest, Shirley Franklin. Welcome to the show, Shirley.
Hey there. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad you're here at the Lone Star Festival with your podcast.
Amazing. We were just chatting and you told me about the power of a prayer. Let's talk about that story before we start.
Absolutely. So I am a God-fearing Christian, born-again Christian. And so as a believer, I have found that navigating life, having a prayer life, a relationship with the Lord is so powerful. And also even writing down visions. It talks in the Bible in the book of Habakkuk. Write the vision and make it plain upon tables. I actually recently wrote down that I wanted to be on a book-related podcast or a podcast talking about my book, and she showed up. So answer to a prayer. I've seen it happen in small and great ways.
Your prayers are so powerful, Shirley. So here we are. You made it happen. So let's talk about your amazing book, Come Through Benita. Seamstress on Fire. It's a little bit about your book.
So Benita actually is a 24-year-old Christian girl, very devoted to the Lord. In her youth, she lets nobody despise that she's young, but a Christ follower. And she is in a competition to design a gown for an unnamed female celebrity. All of the other seamstresses in the competition have degrees from fashion design schools, institutes, and academies. She's learned some things about sewing from her mother, who's from Ghana, and then she's also taken a few classes. But because her faith is high and strong, she believes that the Lord is going to give her the creative ideas, the favor, the elements that she can do to zhuzh up her style, as well as ideas to maybe even have some secret reveals to the gown to show on the runway. In other words, she believes that God is going to make up the difference and level the playing field for her so that she is as equal in candidacy as all of the other seamstresses with all of their degrees and credentials.
Interesting. That's beautiful. What inspired you to tell that story?
Well, I think there's a few things. Number one, I am a Christian myself, and I wasn't as devoted at the age of 24 as she is. So I wanted to show what it can be like to be really sold out to Christ at a young age, still enjoy life and have a full life. This book is heavy on storge love. That's the kind of love where you see family members that are loyal and supportive of each other, where there's buffering and there's kind, appropriate affection. I wanted to show that because actually I don't have quite that kind of family dynamic, but I did at one point, so I know what it's like. So she does have parents that are still living and supportive and even close by. Both of my parents are gone. So I kind of wrote some things that are similar to myself, as well as some things that I would like to see ideally in a character. As an example, if I'd had a daughter, I would love for her to be sold out to Christ like that and still enjoying life, to show that you can be a Christian and still have fun and enjoyment, just with appropriate boundaries, decorum, and a mind toward how you're being witnessed and how you're portraying who you say you are. And then on the fashion side of it, I just thought it was time to put out the idea of focusing on fashion. And in Benita's case, she likes the idea of modesty in fashion. And so I thought it was kind of time for that, because we do have in society a day, a lot of people, especially someone about her age, 24, and think it is awesome to show a lot of skin. And so I wanted to show somebody that thinks very differently about that matter. And so she is very modest, but she does love beautiful clothing. And there's ways to be cute and kingdom, as I heard someone say. There's a way to look lovely and still love the Lord. There's a way to actually look beautiful, stunning, dashing, dapper, dandy, or whatever you want to call it, and still not have to actually reveal a lot of skin, because there's many elements and features that you can put on the clothing to zhuzh them up and to give them added beauty and added elements of elegance and style. So I wanted to show that. And this is actually the second book in a series. In the previous book, which is called Aunt Juice's Wayward Family, that one has sold out temporarily, but I do have a shipment coming soon.
It's so loud.
Hopefully.
Look at that.
Nita was 16 in that one. And even at that time, she was interested and passionate about fashion design. So I just wanted to continue the story 8 years later, and she's with some of the same cousins and some of the same, like I said, family dynamics as showed up in Aunt Susie's Wayward Family, which was also a lot of fun to write.
Oh my God, I can see her beauty. She's stunning, and her elegance also in the way she presents herself. So I definitely can admire those qualities in a young lady. What is coming for you, Shirley? What is next? What are you working on?
Well, actually, I'm hoping to bring out a book that is actually a Bible study book on the book of Ephesians titled Examining Ephesians. And I would love to get that one out. Each chapter has homework or growth assignments. And some of that stems from my background as a school teacher for almost
Look at
15
that.
years.
Wow.
So you get to apply what you learn in each chapter and do some type of activity to apply and to kind of cement what is taught in the chapter and to help the author get some ownership for what they just learned in the chapter that they just read. So, yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for your time, Shirley. I think it's an amazing book and the book series, and I look forward to your next. Thank you so much. I'm sure the audience will be fascinating and learning about your upcoming book and interested about reading your existing ones. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I appreciate you for having me.
Of course. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.